You're watching the 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor of beautiful Lake Sunapee. And by Barton Insurance with locations in New London, Contoocook, Grantham, and Sunapee. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. With more frequent major weather events, don't say again, I should have installed a generator. H.R. Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
No matter what season it is, you can always find the best in American and Italian cuisine at Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newbury, New Hampshire. Stop in to enjoy our fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizzas, the award-winning seafood chowder, and a new seasonal menu just right for the cooler months. Dine in or take out. You can check out our full lunch and dinner menus along with daily specials on our website each day as well. Bubba's Bar and Grill, just 2 miles from Mount Sunapee in the beautiful harbor of Newbury, New Hampshire.
May fall, the rains may pour, but I will love you evermore, 'cause you were born to chase the light.
Available at LaValle Middleton Building Supply.
So we've got all new electrical, and our roof is about 2 years old. Anything else you need to know? Oh, and I wanted to mention, we have a dog. It's not going to be a problem, is it?
If you buy insurance online, sometimes it's hard to get answers. But with Safeco Insurance, a real person will explain all your options, so you get the right coverage at the right price.
For personal and professional service at a competitive price, visit us at the Barton Insurance Agency.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to YCN's Game of the Week. Tonight's contest features the Pelham Pythons from Southern New Hampshire taking on the Kearsarge Cougars. We are at Kearsarge High School here in North Sutton, New Hampshire. My name is Dave Collins. Thanks for joining us here on YCN TV tonight. Our producer, Greg Ryan, and our cameraman is Andrew Zerhide. As tonight's matchup features the 0-1 Kearsarge Cougars with a tough loss last week, 26-20 in overtime. They take on the undefeated Pelham Pythons, who beat Laconia and Stevens in their first 2 matchups this week. Well, a funny thing happened on the way to the game today for Pelham. They were delayed by an accident on I-93 and I-293, so they actually just arrived about 35 minutes ago here to the stadium and had to dress up, put their pads on the side of the field. So they are sprinting, as you can see it, to the goal line right now to our left in the dark blue uniforms, and Kearsarge warming up as well. But Pelham here came in a little bit frazzled. As I mentioned, they are 2-0. We'll look for some quarterback play out of Jake Travis, who is a junior. But also for Pelham, they are missing their place kicker here tonight. Antonio Furtado, the junior, could not travel with the team up here to Kearsarge tonight. So when I talked to some of the coaches on Pelham, I said, place kicker, punter, who are they? And they said, well, we may not be doing much of that tonight at all. So we'll see what happens this evening. Cougars, in the meantime, coming off a tough loss in overtime. They are led by their quarterback, George Jala, and look for wide receiver / tight end Zach Hodge to have a big night tonight as well. 65 degrees, mist, drizzle. We could see a few showers, could be a little slick out on the field tonight. But we will tell you more and bring you the kickoff in just a few moments. We are here at Kearsarge High School in North Sutton, New Hampshire. It's the 2-0 Pelham Pythons taking on the 0-1 Kearsarge Cougars. It's YCN's Game of the Week, and we'll have kickoff up next.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
Warner's Main Street Bookends has been your community bookstore since 1998 and voted Yankee Magazine's Editor's Pick Must-See Bookstore. Bookends is a full-service store offering a huge selection of current fiction and nonfiction with children's book selection, toys, and games. Bookends has a huge card selection for all occasions, along with Main Street Marketplace and Gallery in the attached barn. 100% solar, Main Street Bookends of Warner is building your community one book at a time.
There's something for everyone in the Innertown Record newspaper, your trusted source for community news since 1993.
I like to know what my town officials are up to. That's why I read the paper.
Politics, local elections, and more.
I like to see my friend in the Innertown Record.
Correspondents keep you up to date with what's going on in your neighborhood. The Innertown Record thanks you for supporting advertisers who bring you the local news.
Our national anthem here from Kearsarge Regional High School in North Sutton, New Hampshire. I'm Dave Collins. Thanks for joining us for YCN's Game of the Week, featuring the Pelham Pythons with a record of 2-0 and the Kearsarge Cougars with a record of 0-1. Kearsarge in their blue uniforms trimmed in gold and trimmed in white as well. They are on the near sideline. Pelham in their white away jerseys with blue numerals and letters, and they are on the far sideline looking like the Indianapolis Colts. Our officials for tonight: the referee is Jeff Kleiner, the umpire is John Morris, the linesman is Kevin Mays, the line judge Mo Bilodeau, and the back judge is Jan Bretzka. As the captains for both teams will meet out at midfield. A little bit of rain here this morning and later on this afternoon in North Sutton. Now we've got, well, fog has been rolling in for about the past 30-40 minutes or so, and there is a light mist falling. You might be able to see it in our cameras when you look up at the lights. So the ball will be slick tonight. And for Pelham, coaches also told me they're going to try to keep it on the ground. That was successful for them against Laconia and Stevens. Those are the two teams that they beat earlier this season, as I mentioned. Kearsarge with a tough overtime loss, up 20-0 last week, and fall in overtime, 26-20. You know, in addition to being live at YCNnow.com and re-airing on WYCX, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure on demand at YCNnow.com. That's YCNnow.com. And don't forget to stay tuned at the end of the telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat player of the game. We will choose the competitor that had the greatest impact on tonight's contest. Our sponsors tonight also include La Valley Building Supply. They are the sponsor of our scoreboard, which you'll see on your TV screen and computer screen throughout the game. YCN would like to thank our La Valley Scoreboard sponsors, La Valley Scoreboard, H.R. Clough Replay, and Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support, and we hope that you will do the same for them. They've been with us for a while here at YCN, so we certainly thank them. And before the game, after the game, Bubba's Bar and Grill has a menu comprised of seafood, land fares, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party located in beautiful Newbury Harbor. That is Bubba's Bar and Grill, a Lake Sunapee institution. Captains are still meeting at the center of the field. Just about set to go. As I mentioned, the place kicker for Pelham, Anthony Furtado, unable to travel with the team. So the kicking game might be in question here for Pelham. Both teams shaking hands, and we are just about set to go here from North Sutton, New Hampshire. No wind to speak of. Just fog, mist, temperatures in the mid-60s. Maybe a slight chance of a shower for later on tonight. Crowd getting into it here on the near sideline. A few fans representing Pelham across the way. Kearsarge, the Cougars, in their home blue uniforms, and Pelham in their white uniforms. 12 minutes up on the board as we are just about set to go. And the officials, a few of those were late arriving as well due to the incident coming up here from Pelham in southern New Hampshire tonight. You can see right in front of us, George Jala, the quarterback, senior quarterback for Kearsarge, throwing some warm-up tosses to his wide receiver, Parker Goen. Still a conference at midfield with the officials. And we are just about, let's say, 20 minutes later than scheduled for this opening kickoff tonight. See the two players back deep for Kearsarge to our left. Adam Kamalka and also J.J. Davis. Kamalka wearing number 8, Davis number 10.
J.J. Davis and Adam Kamalka back deep to receive for the Cougars.
And Pelham will kick off from the 40-yard line. Stephen McKinnon, the tight end, filling in relief duties as the place kicker. Ready to go here on this Friday night. 12 minutes up on the board. As McKinnon takes a few steps, boots it low, takes a hop at the 20. Still bobbling around. It is picked up by Davis for Kearsarge. Tries the right-hand side. Gets to about the 18-yard line, and that is where he is brought down. So 1st and 10 for the Cougars. 11:54 to play here in the first quarter. We are just underway. We are scoreless. As Kearsarge will start their first drive, they'll actually mark it at the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Kearsarge. George Jala is the starting quarterback. He wears number 7 for Kearsarge. Look for the wide receiver / tight end Zach Hodge to be a difference in this ball game. Anders Saylor, John Frioli. They are the two running backs that'll get most of the attention in the backfield. Two receivers to the near side, one split out to the left-hand side. In the shotgun is Jala, ready to take the snap, working left to right. Man in motion, handoff goes to him. Carries to the right-hand side for about 2 yards. And that is Anders Saylor. He is a senior for Kearsarge. Gets up to the 19-yard line, and that'll make it 2nd down and 8 for Kearsarge in their opening drive tonight. Jala in the huddle. Jake Travis wears number 10 for Pelham. He is in the secondary. He plays both ways for the Pythons. Could be a big difference in the secondary for Pelham tonight on defense. Jala now under center. The pitch goes to Anders. He'll try the left-hand side. Maybe picks up a yard or two before he is gang tackled. Andrew Clark got a hand on him for Pelham. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. No score between Kearsarge and Pelham. You look at the replay and really no room to run, and a great job coming off the end by Clark.
Ball on the 19-yard line, 3rd and 8.
So 3rd and 8. And actually that was no gain on that run. Split out to the near side for Kearsarge. That's Kabalka. Also out there with him is John Frioli, one of the running backs. Jala in the shotgun once again. He's got Diamond next to him, looking to pass on 3rd and 8, being flushed, being chased, gets away from one man, and now is being taken down. It's a sack back at the 3-yard line. Oh, a double team tackle right there. Jake Cawthorn had the initial pressure and put him down. Coppinger got him as well. So now a long 4th down for Kearsarge, and they'll be forced to punt as it's 4th and 25 for the Cougars at their own 4-yard line. They went backwards when they started from the 17. Clock is stopped with 10:17 remaining in the first quarter and no score. And now the officials will stop the clock again. Not sure if it was the placement of the ball. Fourth and 25 coming up for Kearsarge. Now the official saying my time once again. And we'll see what the holdup is. No score, 9:51 now remaining here in the first quarter.
Yes. Okay, hit it.
So I think there was an issue with the clock. Clock is now running, as you can see on your screen.
6:55. Schools all over the state of New Hampshire are honoring the Willett family this evening. The community of Bow, New Hampshire and their football team suffered a terrible loss. Nicholas Willett, who wore number 55 on the Bow football team, and his first grade brother Gavin, who passed away. Please join me in observing 30 seconds of silence in their honor and memory. Thank you.
So we will resume here at Kearsarge, in honor of a fallen football player from Bow, New Hampshire. And out of respect for the teams and from the NHIAA, both teams here observed 30 moments of silence, 30-second moment of silence here. Now we are ready to go. So 9:27 remaining, first quarter, no score. Kearsarge and Pelham. Kearsarge pinned back to their own 4-yard line, and they will punt it away as it's 4th and 25. Ben Baggiotti gets it blocked. Look out, it's loose in the end zone, and Pelham falls on top of it for a touchdown. A blocked punt leads to 6 points for the Panthers. And getting a hand on that was Alex Carroll. He covers it up in the end zone. Pelham leads 6-0 with 9:10 to play in the first quarter. You see it, a decent snap, but just no real room to work with in the back of the end zone. It is blocked as Chambers couldn't get it away. And falling on it was Alex Carroll, and with 9:10 to go here in the first quarter, a 6-0 lead for Pelham. And now what's interesting, as I mentioned in the pregame, their place kicker, Antonio Furtado, unable to travel with the team. So it looks like the Pythons will try for 2 here after their first touchdown. Jake Travis, the quarterback. This is their first offensive play, and it's for a 2-point conversion for the Panthers. He'll roll to his right, looking in the back of the end zone. Will he take it himself? Yes, and he makes it to the pylon and cuts it inside. And Jake Travis adds on 2 more points for Pelham, and they take an 8-0 lead here with 9:10 remaining in the first quarter. They string it out and go to the far side of the field, and as you can see right here, good blocks. Getting out on that side was Ethan Demmons, and an easy corner for Jake Travis to cut as he puts it in the end zone. and an 8-0 lead for the Panthers. So Kearsarge started at their own 17 for their opening drive, ended up back at their own 4, and then the punt was blocked in the end zone. And Carroll jumped on top of it for 6 points. So the Cougars will try once again here with the kickoff from Pelham. This is Stephen McKinnon Jr., who delivered the opening kickoff. He'll step into it once again. Back deep for Kearsarge, J.J. Davis, Adam Kabalka. End over end kick, and it's taken by Saylor. Up front, breaks it out to the 30, to the 35, tries to turn the corner, and he's knocked down. That's actually Damon Dawson. Decent return for the Cougars, better field position than their opening drive, and they'll have it 1st and 10 with 9:03 remaining in the first quarter, trailing 8-0. See 2 good blocks as he sprung to the outside and got knocked out of bounds. And the officials will mark it. Nose of the football on the 38-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Kearsarge, second drive of the ball game. 9:03 to play, first quarter, 8-0 Pelham. George Jala breaks the huddle. And now we'll go under center. Everybody in tight, including Jason Dement. He's number 3. J.J. Davis, number 10. Everyone up tight for Pelham as well. Handoff and trying to make his way through the shuffle is Davis. Gets to about the 40-yard line. Pickup of just a couple. As Davis came from the right-hand side trying to go around the end. Good pursuit by Pelham, and you can see right there, 9 men in the box for the Panthers. That's one of those 3 yards in the scrum if you're playing on a dirt field for football. 2nd and 7 right now for Kearsarge. Ball resting just over their 40-yard line. Clock ticking, 8:25 remaining in the first. 8-0 lead for Pelham. Same setup as last time, same formation. Everybody in tight, and they'll pitch it out, and this time trying to turn the right-hand side. Breaking his way across midfield down to the 49-yard line for Kearsarge. A big run right there for John Frioli, the junior. Could see him cut through a few tackles there and drag somebody with him. That's Derek Muse, looking like he's holding on for dear life, who finally brings him down, but Kearsarge able to break the 50-yard line. And now they are in Pelham territory. Third play of the drive coming up, 8 minutes remaining, first quarter. Kearsarge trailing 8-0. 1st and 10 from the 49 of the Pythons. Jala under center once again. Everybody in tight for Pelham on defense. Hand off, a misdirection to Davis. Davis tries to cut the corner and can't do so. A loss of about 1 on the play, maybe 1.5, and now the Cougars back in their own territory as the ball is just over their own 49-yard line. They'll call it 2nd and 12 on the scoreboard. Jala breaks the huddle. Receivers split out, actually 2 of them to the top of your screen. That's Davis, number 10, and Kabalka, number 8. Jala in the shotgun. As a man in motion, the give goes to Frioli, and Frioli gets knocked down, and the ball comes loose, and who's got it? It's Pelham. Tough break for Kearsarge. Another turnover. So you can see the ball slipped out of the hands of Frioli. He had some room to work with. And recovering that once again, that's Muse for Pelham. So a blocked punt, and now a fumble by Kearsarge. 2 mistakes. And Pelham on the march once again. They have it 1st and 10. Ball at the Kearsarge 44-yard line. 6:59 to play in the opening quarter. Pythons with an 8-0 lead. Martinez is the receiver to the near side. The give instead this time goes to Carroll, and he gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. And a loss of a few yards on that play.
John Frioli on the tackle.
Nowhere to go as you see Friolio, who coughed it up just a moment ago, trying to redeem himself by throwing the running back. 2nd and 15 now. for Pelham, going right to left across your screen. Two running backs behind the quarterback, and the handoff goes to the up back, and plowing his way through for a couple of yards. That's Ethan Demmons.
Number 44 is the carry for Pelham.
Travis wearing number 10 for Pelham on the far side of the field right now. Getting the call from his head coach, Tom Babian. Still waiting to rejoin the huddle. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Pythons. 5:47 to play here in the first quarter at Kearsarge High School. Pelham with an 8-0 lead on a blocked punt that was recovered in the end zone, and then the 2-point conversion. This is Travis under center once again. Running back in motion, that's Cawthorn. Splits out to the near side. Now Carroll came in motion, handoff, it goes around the end, plenty of room to work with there as Bonerator. Bonerator turns the corner at the 20, at the 15, and finally taken down. Touchdown saving tackle by George Jalla, the starting quarterback, and also in the secondary for Kearsarge. He saved his team from going down another 6 points. It was a great run off the end, and you can see turning the corner right there, Bonerator. And Jalla grabs him right around the knees, and the shoestring tackle right there. So a first down for Pelham. They'll call it 1st and 10 from just inside the 10. So Pelham needs to score a touchdown. They cannot collect another first down, as heading under center is Jake Travis. Now 3 men go in motion. Travis looks like he's going to throw here. Another man goes in motion. Instead, it's a handoff this time to Carroll. Carroll tries to turn the corner on the far side. Can he get there? He dives for the pylon, and is he in? No, they'll say he's short by about a yard. Good pursuit right there by Saylor. And also coming across to get one of the initial hits, that was Parker Goyne. We'll call it down at the 2. 2nd and goal from the 2. Fumble on the play. Looked like, and falling forward on the football for Pelham is Demmons. So actually about a loss of a yard.
Pelham getting the line quickly that time. Looks like there was a quick play.
3rd down and goal for Pelham at about the 3.5-yard line. Clock running, 4:30 to play in the first. 8-0. Pelham leading Kearsarge, looking for more right now after they recovered a fumble around midfield. Travis under center. The give to the fullback, and he is in for the touchdown. That is Ethan Demmons, the junior for Pelham. It puts the Pythons on top now by a score of 14-0 with 4:16 to play here in the first quarter. You can see the big bruiser just plows his way through. Only needed a couple of yards and scores from 3 yards out. So Pelham to go for 2 once again. They're up 14-0. Under center once again, this is Travis. Man in motion, coming towards the center line was Martinez. Now he gets set. And a fake handoff, and now into the end zone for the 2-point conversion is Kevin Bodenrader. But penalty markers on the play, and this will go against Pelham. So no 2-point conversion yet. They will be pushed back and have to try again.
During the try, hold it. 56.
They call the hold on Connor Pillsbury. And so now the 2-point conversion attempt will come from the just outside the 15-yard line. A little bit more difficult here for Pelham. Travis under center. Martinez goes in motion along with number 7, Alex Carroll. Travis rolls to his right, throws to the end zone, and it's off the fingertips of Martinez, who paid the price with a heavy hit as George Jalla was all over him. So the 2-point conversion attempt is no good as the two teams head back upfield with 4:16 remaining here in the first quarter at Kearsarge High School. Pelham scores another touchdown off of a turnover by Kearsarge. And the Pythons lead the Cougars 14-0 with 4:16 to play here in the first quarter. A reminder, next week, YCN's Game of the Week will feature Kearsarge as they travel to Stevens down in Claremont. Live coverage begins on Friday at 6:52 p.m. on YCNNow.com. And the following week, we will be in Hartford, home of the Hurricanes. YCNNow.com for all your information and for live streaming as well. And don't forget, all these high school football games replayed in their entirety starting at 12 noon on Sunday. McKinnon with the kickoff, and it will roll down to the 23. Loose ball once again, and who's got it? It looks like the Panthers might have recovered. Let's see. They will call it Panther ball, or Python ball rather. So Pelham taking opportunities of miscues here by Kearsarge. Kearsarge had a blocked punt, they fumbled, and now another fumble. And here comes Pelham looking to strike for more. 4:11 to play here in the first quarter, 14-0. Pythons already on top. And they have it 1st and 10 at the Kearsarge 28-yard line. Under center this time is Jake Travis once again. Back split behind them, that's Carroll rather. Number 7 and number 44, Ethan Demons. Handoff this time goes to Carroll. Carroll tries to run to the right-hand side, and he is brought down by a few Cougars, but not before he picks up a few yards and takes it out past the 25-yard line. Missed a little heavier now, as you can see through the lights here at Kearsarge. Again, that possibly contributed to a few of the miscues for Kearsarge. 2 fumbles and a blocked punt. 2nd and 7 now coming up for Pelham. 3:30 to play in the first quarter. They lead 14-0. Under center is Travis. Back split behind him. Handoff once again to the right-hand side. This is Carroll. Carroll turns the corner, gets to the 15, and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 12-yard line. That is a pickup of a first down, though, for the Pythons, as they are on the move once again. And a timeout has been called. So we here at YCN TV want to let you know to tune in for Yankee Chronicle, your who, what, where, when, and why show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region. It's presented by KVC Builders, premiering every Thursday and Friday at noon, and also at 6:30 p.m. and anytime at YCNNow.com. And HR Clough Kearsarge Heating has full service offerings for all types of energy systems, as well as air conditioning and water conditioning systems. Don't forget their Auto Bath Car Wash and Muddy Paws Dog Wash located in Kentucky. And this game coverage is being brought to you in part by LaValle Middleton Building Supply, with 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire where safety and service are their top priorities at LaValle Middleton Building Supply. So after the timeout, it will be 1st and 10 for Pelham. They lead 14-0. 3:17 remaining in the first quarter. Ball is at the Kearsarge 12-yard line. Pythons on the march once again. Jake Travis, the junior quarterback, under center. 2 running backs behind them. That's number 21, Kevin Bordenrader, and also number 44, Ethan Demons. Handoff goes to Bordenrader, and a great tackle right there coming in from the blind side for Kearsarge. And that will be a loss of about 2 yards. You can see great penetration on this replay by the Cougars. And out of nowhere, wrapping him up, looked like John Ferrioli. So they'll actually say that he got back to the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 10 now, as Travis goes under center. And now a misdirection play, and scampering down to the 5-yard line is Bodenrader. Handoff to a handoff, and Bodenrader got it and confused the Kearsarge defense and was able to scamper all the way down to the 5-yard line. You can see it right here. The handoff initially, that goes to Carroll. Carroll hands it off to Bodenrader. Kearsarge confused right there, and another touchdown-saving tackle from Jala in the open field. 3rd down and 3 for Pelham. Travis with the handoff. And down to about the half-yard line. That's where Pelham will get. It is enough for a 1st down, though, so a fresh set of downs, and now a couple of chances for Pelham to punch it in as the ball is resting inside the 1-yard line. Again, that was Demons. Clock running. We're down to 90 seconds to play in the 1st quarter. Pelham leading Kearsarge here at Kearsarge 14-0. Pythons less than a yard away from another touchdown. Travis under center, fakes, goes for the quarterback draw, spins, tries to push the ball over the goal line, and he did not get there. No, he did get there. I apologize. Referee on the far sideline raises his hand. See if we can see the replay. The one official started walking in like he was ready to spot the ball short of the goal line, but that's not the case. The second, maybe the 3rd effort, you can see him stick out his hand there. That's Travis, number 10 in white, with the football. And the tip of the football must have gotten over the plane of the goal line. So another touchdown for Pelham, a 1-yard touchdown run for their quarterback, number 10, Jake Travis. And the Pythons lead 20-0 with 71 seconds to play here in the 1st quarter. And Pelham will go for 2 once again.
Pythons will go for 2 again.
Hand off, another misdirection. This time it goes to Carroll, and Carroll is in for the 2-point conversion. Well, they tried that play before, 2 plays ago. Got them a hunk of yardage, and this time it gets them 2 extra points, as you'll see on the replay here. Another misdirection. Handoff 1, handoff 2. This time it was Bodenrader who was the giver. And into the end zone, Pelham strikes for another 2 points. We've got a timeout on the field. 71 seconds remaining here in the 1st quarter. 22-0. Pelham on top of Kearsarge. Check out Echo Communications. You can call them for your printing and mailing needs. They are the home of the Kearsarge Shopper, where the latest YCN schedule can be found every week on page 3. And Barton Insurance is an independent agency representing top companies devoted to serving your community with the best coverage at the best price. And please let all our advertisers know that you appreciate their support of local programming, including this football game tonight on YCN. If you're watching, give us some love on our YCN News Facebook page. We thank you for tuning in for YCN's Game of the Week. I'm Dave Collins, along with Andrew Zerhide, Greg Urin at our controls, as we are coming to you from Kearsarge High School in North Sutton, New Hampshire. Cougars with the return on the kickoff right there. Need to get something going as they trail 22-0 with 1:05 remaining here in just the 1st quarter. Fumble, blocked, punt, you name it. That's basically what's gone wrong for Kearsarge here in the opening quarter so far, and that's why they're down 22-0. They'll have it 1st and 10, though, on the right hash mark at their own 28-yard line, moving left to right across your screen. George Jala, the quarterback, wearing number 7 for Kearsarge. Behind him, Justin Diamond, actually standing next to him on the left. 2 receivers to either side as Jala lines up in the shotgun for Kearsarge. 1st and 10 from their own 28. Need a spark right here. Goes back, and he will get wrestled down and sacked. Jake Cawthorn, the initial hit, takes down Jala. And that's a loss for Kearsarge. Pushes them back a few yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 14 now for the Cougars. You can see Jala looking to his left, Line just breaks down. And Cawthorn comes around from the near side to take him down. J.J. Davis runs in with the play from the sideline for Kearsarge. 2nd and 16 officially, as we're down to 26 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Everyone in tight right now for Kearsarge. 8 in the box. As Jala will try to fire it, has a screen developing as he completes it over the middle. Jala's down though. Now he jumps back up. That pass was complete to Anders Saylor, who gets a good chunk of yardage back. Jala took a heavy hit on that, you can see from the side. Planted into the ground as we have reached the end of the first quarter here in North Sutton. Kearsarge with a bit of a gain. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Cougars from their own 27 when we come back. We're at the end of the first quarter here at Kearsarge High School. It's Pelham 22, Kearsarge nothing. Back for the second quarter after these words. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. H.R. Clough installs water conditioning systems to purify your water and add life to your hot water heating system. Now is the perfect time for one of our expert staff to evaluate your needs. For a free estimate, call H.R. Clough today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a LaValle Middleton Building Supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless.
If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
Back here at Kearsarge Regional High School in North Sutton, New Hampshire, it's YCN's Game of the Week. Pelham leading Kearsarge 22-0. A block punt led to a touchdown. 2 Kearsarge fumbles had led to touchdowns for Pelham. Points off turnovers, well, 22-0, and that's what the score is right now. But Kearsarge driving. Now they move right to left across your screen. 12 minutes up on the board. We're ready to start the second quarter with George Jallo, the quarterback for Kearsarge, in the shotgun. Getting flushed, now tries to roll out, and he's sacked once again. Martinez and also Patterson with the double team takedown on Jallo. And he is slow to get up once again. And that will bring on the punting unit for Kearsarge. Jallo hobbling just a bit, and the official will call timeout for the injury, so Jala has to come off the field. Trainers will take a look at that. He's been beaten up whenever he's dropped back so far tonight. Protection is just not there for him from the Cougars. Wind the clock once again, 11:32 remaining here in the second quarter. Back deep to punt, Jerome Donahue for Kearsarge. Back deep is Jake Travis, the starting quarterback for Pelham. He stands at the Kearsarge 40. Bad snap, and it rolls down to the 1-yard line, and covering it up, let's see, will they award him a safety? No, it'll just be a turnover. As the snap was low, Donahue couldn't hold on to it. And now Pelham will take over 1st and goal from about the 7-inch line. So another miscue now for Kearsarge. And the Pythons ready to strike again with 11:14 to go here in the second. They send a receiver out wide. That is Martinez.
Travis under center.
Travis under center will just plow through, and it's another touchdown for the Pythons. 11:13 remaining here in the second quarter, and now Pelham has jumped out to a 28-0 lead over Kearsarge. Well, they're making it, Kearsarge is making it just a bit too easy for Pelham tonight with the miscues. 3rd turnover, and then also the blocked punt. So the Cougars really can't get out of their own way. Pelham will go for 2 once again with Travis under center. Men in motion. And now the handoff, and into the end zone for the 2-point conversion is Kevin Bodenrader. So a timeout on the field as both teams will head back upfield. 11:13 remaining here in the second quarter. It's now Pelham 30 and Kearsarge nothing. In addition to being live at YCNnow.com and re-airing on WYCX, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure on demand, and that can be found at YCNnow.com. That is YCNnow.com. And stay tuned at the end of the telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game. We'll choose a competitor that had the greatest impact on today's contest. And with over 14 years of providing hungry patrons with high-quality food and friendly service, it's Bubba's Bar and Grill. They have a mission of delivering fun and great food at Newberry Harbor. 30-0. Pelham on top of Kearsarge. 11:13 to go in the second.
Kearsarge receiving the ball again. Number 87.
Stephen McKinnon Jr. to kick off. We mentioned Pelham without their usual place kicker tonight. Doesn't seem to matter though, as they're up 30-0 as the ball is taken by one of the upmen for Kearsarge. Gets to the 32-yard line, as that's Adam Kabalka. He's had a couple decent returns tonight, but unfortunately his offense has been going backwards after the kickoffs. George Jala will step back in at quarterback for Kearsarge. Pelham, as we mentioned, coming in with a 2-0 record. They beat Laconia and Stevens of Claremont, and Kearsarge, their last game up 20-0. They fell 26-20 in overtime. Jala under center once again. First and 10 for Kearsarge at their own 32, moving right to left. Man in motion as Jala will pitch it to him, and trying to turn the corner is J.J. Davis, and he gets brought down at about the 38.5-yard line. So a pickup of about 4, we'll call it 5. When they've held on to the ball, the Cougars have been successful tonight. As Jala will trot back to the huddle. We'll call it a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7 now for Kearsarge at their own 34. Jala under center. Pitches off, and Marioli will try the right-hand side. Still on his feet, still trying to push, and gets thrown back at about the 38-yard line. Let's see where they give him forward progress. Looks like he got over the 35 to about the 36. There is no quit in him. You see him still on his feet, trying to rumble for a few extra feet right there. 3rd down and 5, and you can see Jala as he heads back towards the huddle. Saw it a moment ago. Looks like he's favoring his left leg just a bit. Clock running, 9:45 to play, second quarter. Pelham up 30-0. Kearsarge, this is actually the longest they've held the ball all night. 3rd and 5 coming up for the Cougars at their own 36. Jala under center once again. Handoff, misdirection play, that goes nowhere. And it's getting pushed all the way back down to the ground. Like Zach Hodge. And now a penalty marker is down. Another penalty marker flies in. And let's see, Kearsarge might be beneficial of this. They could pick up a 1st down. Let's see what the officials say. Clock is stopped with 9:14 to go in the second. A marker came out in the backfield of Kearsarge, and then a separate penalty marker came out about 5 seconds after that, close to about the 30-yard line. The ball originally was on the 36 for Kearsarge, and it was a 3rd and 5 play. Again, our officials tonight. The referee is Jeff Kleiner, the umpire John Morris, linesman Kevin Mays, line judge is Mo Biladou, and the back judge is Jan Gritzka. And let's see what Jeff Kleiner has to say, the referee. He is wired for sound tonight. He's speaking with the Pelham coaches right now. And they're backing up, so it looks like this may be a
Dead
against.
ball, personal foul. Number 7. Half the distance to
So the penalty goes against George Jollo, the quarterback for Kearsarge. And now it makes it 3rd down and Concord for the Cougars from here. As he gets whistled for the personal foul. So the Cougars now backed up all the way to their 14-yard line.
Ball is moved to half the distance to the goal. Ball on the 14-yard line.
Kearsarge needs to get to just about their own 42 to pick up a 1st down. Referees are coming over to explain to the Kearsarge coach just what exactly happened. And if it's a dead ball, that will make it 4th down.
that foul was a dead ball foul. We now have 4th down.
So it goes from bad to worse for Kearsarge. Since the penalty was called after the play was over, the down counts, and now it's 4th down, and now Kearsarge in a position that they dread. Jerome Donahue back to punt. He is standing at his own 1-yard line. Last time the snap came back, he bobbled it. Donahue with an end-over-end short kick, and it takes a bounce at the 27. Picked up this time by the 30 at the 36-yard line, and Travis has room to work. He's at the 20, he's at the 15. Can he make the corner? Cuts back, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. He let it bounce, and I think Kearsarge sort of let up on their kick coverage. Travis takes it at the 36, comes to the wide side of the field, outruns a few defenders, gets a few blocks, and a great one coming in from the side from Keola. Turns the corner, and he's off to the races. It's another touchdown for Pelham, and now they lead 36-0 with 8:38 remaining here in the second quarter. Jake Travis with another touchdown.
Charge timeout, Kearsarge.
And Kearsarge will take a timeout. That is their second of the first half, so that leaves them with 1. Pelham still with all 3 timeouts left here in the first half. Next week, YCN's Game of the Week will feature Kearsarge at Stevens from Claremont. That'll be live on Friday at 6:52 p.m. So if you can't come out to the game with kickoff at 7 o'clock to Claremont, you can watch it at ycnnow.com or catch the replay at 12 noon on WYCX. Kearsarge at Stevens next Friday night. That is our YCN Game of the Week. You can see the cheerleaders here from Kearsarge trying to get the crowd inspired. Tough when you look up at the scoreboard, though, and your home team has let up 36 points, and there's still 8:38 remaining here in the first half. So after the timeout called by Kearsarge, that leaves them with 1 here for the first half. Pelham with all 3. Davis with the punt return of 36 yards for the touchdown, and here's the 2-point conversion coming up for the Pythons. And Damon Dawson late getting on the field for Kearsarge. Handoff inside, and walking into the end zone for the 2-point conversion is Ethan Demmons. So Pelham pouring it on here in North Sutton tonight. Pythons up 38-0, 8:38 to play here in the first half. As you can see, big hole opening up right there for Demmons, and he trots in to score another 2-point conversion. The Barton Insurance Agency has been your choice for quality service and comprehensive coverage of insurance in New Hampshire since 1954 in northern New England. Don't forget about Bubba's Bar and Grill. They have a menu comprised of seafood, land fares, award-winning seafood chowder, hearty sandwiches, and a diverse pizza menu to satisfy any size party. Bubba's Bar and Grill, located on beautiful Newberry Harbor. So another kickoff this time for Stephen McKinnon, getting a workout tonight, as it's been all Pelham so far. This kick taken by one of the up men at the 25-yard line. That's Saylor. Saylor gets wrestled down, and Kearsarge will start from their own, looks like about 30-yard line.
Kearsarge.
George Jalla steps back in, trying to get something going for his team. You can see just a sea of white collapsing on Saylor. Now another timeout called by the officials. As we have 8:03 remaining in the second, 38-0 Pelham on top. And now one of the officials will switch the game ball. Kearsarge wants their own football in there. Jalla will come under center. Everybody in tight once again for Kearsarge on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 30. Handoff, tries the outside, not going to get anywhere, and you can hear the cheers from across the way from the Pelham sidelines as another penalty marker now comes in. And let's see what this is all about. Clock stops with 7:51 to go in the half. 38-0 Pelham on top. Player was down on the sideline. Now he hops back up, but he's hobbling just a bit. That looks to be Cesar Martinez for Pelham. Now the official saying someone pushed someone late out of bounds, it looks like.
Personal foul, 7, defense, 15-yard penalty, first step.
Alex Carroll gets whistled for the penalty. So within the last few moments, we have had 2 personal foul penalties. Still lots of time to go in the second quarter, 7:51, but Pelham with a 38-0 lead. And you would have to imagine that Pelham might want to let off the gas pedal just a little bit next time they get the football. 1st and 10 Kearsarge from their own 45, moving right to left. Jalla under center once again. Pitch back and trying to turn the corner is Ben Baggiotti. Can't get very far. And actually loses a yard. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Next week, Kearsarge and Stevens here on YCN's Game of the Week. Cougars and Cardinals. 2nd and 11 coming up for Kearsarge from their own 44. That play lost a yard just a moment ago. Jalla now in the shotgun. Next to him is Jason Diamond, the sophomore, wearing number 3. Jalla takes the snap, handoff, getting nowhere. Great pursuit, great tackle right there by Ethan Jinowitz. And a host of pythons surrounding the Cougar ball runner. Another loss, this time of about a yard, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for Kearsarge. Clock running, 6:34 remaining in the second quarter. Pelham with a 38-0 lead. Jalla under center this time. Diamond right next to him along the near side. Anders Saylor to his right. Jalla goes back to pass, being rushed, tries to set up the screen. It's complete, but Saylor gets rushed and taken to the ground. And a loss of about 4 on the play. Oh boy, Saylor caught the ball, didn't realize who was in front of him, and you could see the pursuit right there. Jalla had to hurry it. And then reading that beautifully. The Pelham defense. So now 4th and 17 for Kearsarge. Ball at the 37-yard line. And back to punt once again is Donahue. Back deep is Jake Travis for Pelham, standing at his own 35. Remember, last time this happened, he returned it 36 yards for a touchdown. Low snap. Donahue will fake the punt. Going to try to turn the corner, and he'll get thrown down at the 33-yard line. A penalty marker on the play. So let's see if this stands. If it's against Pelham, Kearsarge may have a 1st down. But Donahue with a low snap, didn't think he'd have time to kick it away. let's see what the referee says.
During the run, holding. Right. Offense. Penalties declined. Turnover on downs. First down. Pelham.
There you hear it. Another turnover, this time on downs by Kearsarge. So Pelham will have it 1st and 10 at the Kearsarge 33-yard line. 5:18 remaining. Second quarter, Pelham up 38-0. Travis still in at quarterback, but I have a feeling the Pythons are going to try to keep this on the ground for most of the rest of this half. Handoff, and that one goes to Carroll, and he picks up about 4 yards. You can see just the penetration. You see all those white jerseys just pushing the blue jerseys up the field. There is no penetration from Kearsarge to try to get a hand on someone either in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage. Just a dominating offensive line for Pelham right now as we have a clock stoppage once again. 4:46 to play in the second quarter and a 38-0 lead for Pelham. They've got the football 2nd and 3 at the Kearsarge 25 as they're threatening again. This is Travis under center. Handoff. This goes to Carroll. And Carroll will skirt to the left-hand side and move the chains. It's another first down for the Pythons with 4:31 to go.
And by number 11, Zach Todd.
You can see the big hole for Carroll to dip through before he gets almost to the secondary. That's when Kearsarge can take him down. 1st and 10 for Pelham at the 20-yard line of Kearsarge. And he'll keep it himself. This is Travis trying to get towards the sidelines. Still on his feet. Finally gets brought down as he picks up about 5 or 6 yards. And the clock stops as he goes out of bounds with 3:59 remaining here in the first half. Well, this drive has been consistently on the ground, no passing plays as of yet. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 3 for Pelham. Ball at the Kearsarge 14-yard line. 3:59 to go here in the first half and a 38-0 lead. And Pelham looking for more. Travis under center. Handoff. They give it to Demmons. Demmons tries to turn the corner. Still fighting, still pushing. They get close to the sideline and finally whistles as he steps out of bounds with 3:41 to play here in the first half. Big 3rd down coming up here for Pelham. More importantly for Kearsarge. Just for their pride, it seems. 3rd and 1 for Jake Travis and Pelham. Demmons is behind him. Hand off to Demmons, and he'll plow through and pick up the first down, and it'll bring up 1st and goal for Pelham as the Pythons move the chains once again with 3:10 remaining on the first half clock.
Pelham squeaks through for a first down.
Travis with the signal from the sidelines. Back split behind him right now. Scott Paquette wearing number 24 and Ethan Demmons wearing number 44. Travis under center. Handoff and trying to turn the corner, still on his feet, still plowing through and close to the end zone. Falling just short as Scott Paquette, the running back. Looked like he was taken down maybe 2 or 3 times, but managed to keep his balance and stay on his feet and get down to the 2-yard line where it'll bring up 2nd down and goal. You can see right there, 2 tacklers escaped, gets past the 3rd one. Finally, about the 5th or 6th tackler brings him down. So 2:15 to go in the second quarter. Pelham leading 38-0. on the doorstep once again. 2nd and goal from the Kearsarge 2 here in the second quarter. Hand off and into the end zone for another touchdown for Pelham. Pythons take a 44-0 lead over Kearsarge with 2:01 remaining here in the second quarter. Handoff went to Paquette. It was the one that you saw a moment ago, balancing and trying to stay on his feet. And now the Pythons will go for 2. Travis under center, rolls to his right, will keep it, now will fire it to the end zone, and it's off the fingertips of George Jala, and incomplete. Good defensive play. And we get a timeout on the field as both teams will head back upfield. 2 minutes and 1 second remaining in the second quarter here at Kearsarge High School. It's all Pelham tonight with another touchdown as they're up 44-0 over the Cougars. And a reminder, in addition to being live on YCNnow.com and also re-airing on WYCX, all YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure on demand at YCNnow.com. That's YCNnow.com. Also, YCN would like to thank our LaValle Scoreboard, HR Clough Replay, and Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support. We hope you do the same for them as well. So thanks, LaValle's, also HR Clough and Echo Communications. I'm Dave Collins, along with our cameraman Andrew Zerhide and producer Greg Urin. 2:01 remaining, second quarter here at Kearsarge High School in North Sutton, New Hampshire. It's been all Pelham, 44-0. The delay in getting here in the late start did not seem to bother the Pythons whatsoever. They come in here with a 2-0 record, and certainly showing it. Low kickoff picked up by Kearsarge and getting pushed back and back and back and further back, and now being thrown down. No flags called though. And not liking that. That was Anders Saylor for Kearsarge. And we'll see what the Cougars choose to do here. They've got 1 timeout left remaining here in the first half. Pelham with all 3. But the Cougars trailing on the scoreboard 44-0 with 1:54 left here in this first half. If the score stays the same or is 35 points or more, we will have a running second half clock. The Mercer will be in effect.
Final timeout.
And now Kearsarge calls their final timeout of the first half. A reminder, we'll be at Stevens next week in cozy Claremont, New Hampshire, as these same Cougars will travel down to take on the Cardinals. 6:52 p.m. is when we'll be on the air next Friday, and that'll be on YCNnow.com. And then the following week, we'll be in Hartford here for YCN's Game of the Week. And don't forget, all the replays are on at 12 noon on Sundays for your YCN Game of the Week. Cougars struggling. We mentioned they lost 26-20 last week. And now losing 44-0. 1:54 to go. First half. Kearsarge working with no timeouts remaining. They have the football 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line here with 1:54 to go in the second quarter. George Jala under center once again. Everybody in tight. And the handoff this time goes to Fraioli. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage before he's wrestled back. And that will bring up second down. And Fraioli a little bit slow getting up. I mean, these running backs are just taking a pounding tonight. And you can see Fraioli right there sort of stick his hands up in the air. As, again, a sea of white and blue jerseys throwing them to the ground. 2nd and 10 for Kearsarge at their own 29. Clock running with 1:15 remaining in the second quarter.
This will bring up 2nd and 10.
2 receivers split out wide for Kearsarge. That's Adam Kabalka and also John Fraioli. Shotgun to Jala, and the handoff, that goes nowhere to Saylor. Maybe picked up a half a yard, maybe a yard, but that's just about it. And it will bring up 3rd down and 10 for Kearsarge. Clock still running with 50 seconds to go here in the first half. And you can see the penetration, just those white jerseys, as soon as the ball is snapped there, almost looks like a few of them are in the backfield. 3rd and 11 officially for Kearsarge. And this could be the last play of the first half. Ball in the Kearsarge 28, Jala under center once again. See what he decides to do. Hand off, misdirection, that goes nowhere. Anders Saylor gets thrown back as we're down to 11 seconds remaining here in the first half. It'll bring up 4th down. Pelham's not going to rub it in or call timeout, and that's how things will end here through the first 24 minutes of play. A blocked punt, a couple of runs for a touchdown. Pythons feeling no effects of their delayed start here up in North Sutton tonight. It has been all Pelham here through the first half, and they lead Kearsarge 44-0. We will take a break, be back with a few first half stats. Tell you about next week's YCN Game of the Week. Right now, though, halftime in North Sutton. And it's Pelham 44, Kearsarge 0. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week.
You're watching the 3-time award-winning YCN Game of the Week. The YCN Game of the Week is brought to you by HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, your local energy specialist with the most complete line of energy products and the highest level of customer and on-site service. By LaValle and Middleton Building Supply, home improvement and construction from concept to completion, now in 11 locations in Vermont and New Hampshire. Baba's Bar and Grill on Newberry Harbor of beautiful Lake Sunapee. And by Barton Insurance with locations in New London, Contoocook, Grantham, and Sunapee. And by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire.
At HR Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more, with more frequent major weather events. Don't say again, I should have installed a generator. HR Clough provides the best home generator systems available from Generac. Our highly trained personnel provide you a complete turnkey installation. For a free estimate, call the HR Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
No matter what season it is, you can always find the best in American and Italian cuisine at Bubba's Bar and Grill in Newberry, New Hampshire. Stop in to enjoy our fresh salads, hearty sandwiches, brick oven pizzas, the award-winning seafood chowder, and a new seasonal menu just right for the cooler months. Dine in or take out. You can check out our full lunch and dinner menus along with daily specials on our website each day as well. Bubba's Bar and Grill, just 2 miles from Mount Sunapee in the beautiful harbor of Newberry, New Hampshire.
The stars may fall, the rains may pour, but I will love you evermore, 'cause you were born to chase the light.
Available at LaValle Middleton Building Supply.
So we've got all new electrical, and our roof is about 2 years old. Anything else you need to know? Oh, and I wanted to mention, we have a dog. It's not going to be a problem, is it?
If you buy insurance online, sometimes it's hard to get answers. But with Safeco Insurance, a real person will explain all your options, so you get the right coverage at the right price.
For personal and professional service at a competitive price, visit us at the Barton Insurance Agency.
Simple solutions in a challenging world. Let Echo Communications make your life simpler. From the beginning, creating design through the commercial print process and ending with custom mailing, all easily coordinated in one place. Echo Communications provides simple solutions in a challenging world. One place, many solutions. Learn more at echocominc.com.
And welcome back to Kearsarge Regional High School here in North Sutton, New Hampshire. We're ready to start the third quarter of play. Pelham with a 44-0 lead over Kearsarge. Back deep to receive to your right for Pelham is Scott Paquette wearing number 24. Cesar Martinez at the top right of your screen. He wears number 5 in white for the Pythons, who will be headed right to left across your screen as we start the third quarter. Running clock in effect because Pelham is up by more than 35 points here in the second half. And they actually lead 44-0. It will be Jerome Donahue, the punter and place kicker for Kearsarge. Kearsarge to do the honors from the 40. 12 minutes up on the board, and we're set to start the second half. Donahue approaches, puts the right foot into it. End over and kick. Short kick coming down at the 20 and rolling out of bounds. So Pelham will get the advantage of the ball going out of bounds. Penalty marker is down. And the Panthers will have it in pretty decent field position as they lead 44-0. Jake Travis in the first half.
Out of bounds prior to being touched. Pelham's elected to take the ball at the 35-yard line. First and 10, Pelham.
First and 10 for the Pythons at their own 35. Jake Travis under center. He's had a punt return, also a couple rushing touchdowns tonight. And you can expect Pelham to keep it on the ground as the clock is running. 11:53 running clock mode here in the second half. Handoff straight up the middle. Bouncing his way through the line is Demons. Finally hauled down after he gets to the 45, but that's enough to move the chains. And it's another first down for Pelham.
Andrew Saylor making the tackle for the Cougars.
Andrew Saylor got dragged just a bit, making the tackle. First and 10 for the Pythons. Moving right to left. Travis under center once again. Demons behind him, fullback position. Also Boddenrader. Handoff again, this time to Demons. Picks up about 2.5 yards as it gets out to the 48-yard line.
Let's hear it for those Kearsarge cheerleaders. They're doing a good job tonight.
Second down and 7. And again, with this big lead, 44-0 for Pelham, you can expect them to just keep it on the ground for the rest of the second half. Martinez is split out wide to the near side, towards the bottom of your screen. Travis under center. Fakes the handoff to the fullback, and he now gives it to Carroll. Carroll around the corner, making moves at the 35, down to the 30, all the way down to the 20. Still on his feet, breaking tackles at the 10, pushing his way to the 5-yard line. Oh my! An extra 20 yards picked up by Carroll as he must have broken through 4 or 5 tackles. We'll see it on the replay. There's a missed tackle right there. And you see another one. They can't get him out of bounds. He's still on his feet. Bowls over another defender right there. Still on his feet. Still moving. Another tackler escapes that. And finally taken down at about the 7-yard line. Anders Saylor again being dragged down the field. Impressive run for Alex Carroll, the junior from Pelham. First down and a big gain. And now the Pythons knocking on the doorstep once again. First and goal at the Kearsarge 9. Handoff this time straight up the middle and into the end zone for another touchdown is Ethan Demons. Demons from 9 yards out puts Pelham on top 50-0 over Kearsarge with 9:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Pythons have been bruising on the ground tonight. And again, they will elect to go for the 2-point conversion. Demons will check out of the game. Travis back in, and a whistle, and looks like we have an injury to John Fraioli, number 33, the defender for Kearsarge, favoring his left arm. Joey Walker, a freshman, will step in for him. Travis under center. Martinez split out wide to the right-hand side. Travis takes the snap, handoff straight up the gut, and into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good for Pelham. Two teams will come back up the field. 9:32 remaining here in the third quarter, and Pelham now with a 52-0 lead over the Cougars. Again, the bruising offensive line of Kearsarge, or of Pelham rather, pushes them over. 9:32 to go, third quarter, 52-0, as Pelham is on top. Back deep for Kearsarge is Adam Kabalka, and also Damon Dawson. And to kick off once again is Stephen McKinnon. McKinnon has his kick bounce at the 23-yard line. And it's covered up there by Kearsarge's Colin Crotto. And that's where the Cougars will start. 1st and 10 from their own 23. Again, a running clock here in the second half. 52-0, Pelham on top. And it looks like some new personnel, some clean jerseys on the field for both teams right now. Parker Goyne, a sophomore, will take over the reins at quarterback. He wears number 87 for Kearsarge, moving left to right. George Jalla, will see if he's still in the lineup for Kearsarge. Hand off to the right-hand side, and gain of maybe 2 or 3. As Fraioli comes around the bend, picks up about 2 or 3 yards. For Kearsarge, George Jalla is not on the sideline, and he is not on the field. It looks Jalla will not return to the game tonight.
7 and 10.
So Parker Goyne will take over, handoff this time. Bouncing off a few tackles is John Fraioli. And he gets out to about the 30-yard line. And that will bring up 3rd down and 2 for Kearsarge, trailing 52-0 with 7:22 remaining in the third quarter. Goyne coming in relief of Jalla. He is a sophomore wearing number 87. Handoff this time to Saylor. Saylor tries to cut it back up and can't get anywhere, gets pushed back. Let's see what forward progress the officials give him. Might be enough for a 1st down, which would be a moral victory for Kearsarge right now. They did not pick it up, so instead it'll be 4th down and about 2.5 yards.
We'll bring up 4th and 2.
Big play coming up for Kearsarge, just as a moral victory right here. They trail 52-0, clock running. 6:25 remaining here in the third. Hand off around the corner and a big hole. It's a keeper for himself. This is going. He gets into Pelham territory and is finally pushed out of bounds around the 25-yard line. A little bit of trickery there for Kearsarge, and they're able to pick up the first down and get the crowd on their feet here in North Sutton. You can see the speed there for a big guy, the sophomore Goin, outrunning a few defenders, finally wrestling him out of bounds is Hurley as he gives him a shove around the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Kearsarge, and a good sign we see George Jalla. He was escorted out back to the sidelines by the coaching staff of Kearsarge. But going with the big gain, it's the biggest gain of the night for Kearsarge, either in the air or on the ground. 1st and 10 for the Cougars at the Pelham 20. Pitch back, this goes to Frioli. Tries to turn it back up inside and picks up a few yards. Ball down now at the 16-yard line. Clock ticking, 4:49 remaining in the third quarter. Still a 52-0 lead for Pelham over Kearsarge. 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Goin still taking the plays from the sideline as he has come in relief at quarterback for Kearsarge for George Jalla. Man in motion, they pitch it to him. That's Saylor, tries to turn the left-hand side, now cuts it back up. Maybe picks up a yard and a half. And that will bring up a 3rd down and call it 5 for Kearsarge. And now George Jalla, even better sign as he is now back in the ball game as Goin will take a rest. 3rd and 6 for Kearsarge. They trail 52-0, clock running, 3:40 to go in the third. Jalla's going to have to hurry up with the play clock. Big play for Kearsarge right here, and if they don't pick it up on this 3rd and 6 from the 14, I would expect it's 4-down territory, and they would try it on the next play. See if they have any trickery in the bag right now.
35.
Jalla under center now. Will take it himself. Tries to turn the corner and he gets wrestled down. Great open field tackle by Jake Eula. And Jalla a little bit slow getting up as he loses about 9 yards on the play, and this will bring up 4th down for Kearsarge. You can see 2 defenders right there and a spectacular open field tackle by the sophomore, number 8, Jake Eula of Pelham. Jalla again looks like he's favoring his right leg. He walks back to the huddle. 4th down and 13, and now a timeout called by Kearsarge as the play clock was running down.
Kearsarge.
That'll leave them with 2 for the game. Pelham with all 3 here in the second half. Timeout on the field, 2:24 to go in the third. Pelham up 52-0 over Kearsarge. 4th down and 14 coming up for Kearsarge at the Pelham 23. You are watching YCN's Game of the Week in addition to being live at YCNnow.com and also re-airing on WYCX. All YCN games and programs are posted for your viewing pleasure on demand at YCNnow.com. And stay tuned at the end of our telecast for the H.R. Clough Kearsarge Heating Turning Up the Heat Player of the Game when we choose the competitor that had the greatest impact on today's contest. And don't forget, with over 14 years of providing hungry patrons with high quality food and friendly service, Bubba's Bar and Grill has a mission of delivering fun and great food on Newbury Harbor. So after the timeout called by Kearsarge, that leaves them 2 for the second half. Pelham with all 3. 2:24 to go, third quarter. Pelham up 52-0. Kearsarge facing a 4th and 14 at the Pelham 23-yard line. A few moments ago, they were down at the 14. Here's a halfback pass, fires it down the field, it's caught. Touchdown, Kearsarge is on the board. Zach Hodge with a 14-yard touchdown reception. And the Cougars have broken through. They are on the scoreboard. They now trail 52-6 with 2:18 to go here in the third quarter. Jala with the pitch back. Beautifully set up by Fraioli. Just tossed it by the defense. You can see the 3 defenders trying to chase him there. Hodge caught it about the 4-yard line and tramples into the end zone for the touchdown. And Kearsarge is finally on the board. Moral victory, small ones right there, and the trickery worked. So a good job by the Cougars. Cougars will now line up for the 2-point conversion. Jala under center. He'll try to take it himself. Big push from behind. Jala still fighting, still pushing, still fighting. Is he in? He's still going. Forward progress, and they say no official sign yet. And touch, 2-point conversion is good. So Jala, with the help from about 5 or 6 of his linemen and his friends and his teammates, they push him over the plane of the goal line. The 2-point conversion is good. And now with 2:18 remaining in the third, Pelham's lead is trimmed to 52-8. Great drive right there for the Cougars. You can see the fans getting into it now. And just a moral victory, as it's not been the night for Kearsarge on many fronts. But good to see them finally push it into the end zone and also get the 2-point conversion. Well, anything is possible, but let's see if this is maybe more trickery time for Kearsarge. Yeah, they do trail by a lot, but never a bad time, especially with this score, to maybe check out your onside kick or maybe a pooch kick, see what they can do. Remember, we do have a running clock. It does stop for touchdowns and extra point and 2-point conversions. And it will start back up as soon as someone touches this football after the kickoff. And it will be Jerome Donahue once again to do the honors. Back deep, Scott Paquette for Pelham, and also Jake Travis. Here's the kick by Donahue. And it's a wobbler, and it squibs over to the 15-yard line and will bounce out of bounds. So once again, Pelham will start with great field position. 2:18 to go, third quarter, 52-8. Pelham on top of Kearsarge. The Barton Insurance Agency has been your choice for quality service and comprehensive insurance coverage in New Hampshire since 1954.
Ball will be placed from 35 yards out there. First down.
And that's all over Northern New England for the Barton Insurance Agency. You can check out Yankee Chronicle. That is your who, what, where, when, and why show of the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, presented by KVC Builders. It premieres every Thursday and Friday at noon and 6:30 p.m. And you can watch it anytime, Yankee Chronicle, at YCNnow.com. So Pelham now with a 52-8 lead. 2:18 to go in the third. The kickoff went out of bounds, so the Pythons will have it 1st and 10 from their own 35, moving right to left across your screen. And a new quarterback, that is Nolan Manette. He is a sophomore wearing number 6 for Pelham, so they've called off the dogs here with the running clock and 2:05 to go in the third. Monette in there, also a running back, James O'Connor. He is a sophomore as well. O'Connor split out wide to the near side. Monette under center. Hand off and 3 yards at a cloud of dust there. And a pickup of about 3. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Pelham. So Jake Travis, number 10, the starting quarterback for Pelham, with a heck of a night. A couple of rushing touchdowns. Also had a 36-yard punt return for a touchdown as well back in that first half, where Pelham was just pouring it on. Nathan Milgore is also running one of the running backs for Pelham. As Monette will take the snap. Man in motion is Justin Bolin. Hand off and getting almost nowhere. Maybe a pickup of a yard or 2, but penalty flags are down on the field. And we'll see what this is all about. Illegal shift against Kearsarge. Or against Pelham, rather. With 42 seconds to go in the 3rd. And now a call by Kearsarge to see if he wants it pushed back or have it go 4th down.
Illegal motion. Offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
So 4th down now for Pelham, and Pythons thought they were going to kick. I think their coaches said, hey, listen, we're up 52-8, let's just go for it. 4th and 9 for Pelham at their own 36-yard line. They lead 52-8. Clock running with 22 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. And actually, they are going to punt. I apologize. So McKinnon back for the first punt of the ball game for the Pythons. Gets the snap at the 25-yard line. His kick is a wobbler. It'll take a Pelham bounce. It goes over the 50-yard line. And Kearsarge will grab it at their own 48. And we have reached the end of the 3rd quarter here in North Sutton, New Hampshire. It's all Pelham Pythons, but the Cougars able to put a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on in that 3rd quarter. And after 3 quarters of play, it's Pelham 52 and Kearsarge 8. We'll take a break and be back with 4th quarter action from North Sutton, New Hampshire right after these words. You're watching YCN's Game of the Week.
There's a big difference between a big box store and a LaValle Middleton building supply.
When you're a local store, you need to compete with the bigger chains. So we've combined our purchasing power with over 300 independent lumberyard and home centers, and we've passed those savings on to you.
Our customers have grown up with our stores, and now their kids are shopping here with our kids.
We have everything you need for any home improvement project you can think of.
And the possibilities are endless. If we had a motto, it would be neighbors helping neighbors build a community.
At H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating, we sell, install, tune, and repair heating and cooling systems and deliver your fuel oil and propane. But we're much more. Now's the time to have a highly trained H.R. Clough technician perform an annual maintenance and inspection of your gas or oil system to help you avoid a failure in the dead of winter. Call now to set up an appointment. Call the H.R. Clough Company today. Over 4 generations of local ownership and dependable service.
Back here at Kearsarge Regional High School in North Sutton, New Hampshire, as we've got 12 minutes up on the board to start the 4th quarter. It is Pelham 52 and Kearsarge 8. There'll be a running clock once we start the 4th quarter. Once again, Kearsarge will have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line, moving left to right across your screen. Next week, we'll be in Claremont. Kearsarge at Stevens. High school football and YCN's Game of the Week. Live coverage will start Friday at 6:52 on YCNnow.com. And YCN would like to thank our LaValle scoreboard, H.R. Clough Replay, and Echo Communications halftime sponsors for their great support and we hope that you will do the same for them. LaValle Middleton, the scoreboard sponsor, the replay sponsor is HR Clough, and Echo Communications, our halftime sponsor here on YCN TV. Kearsarge actually moving right to left across your screen as we change ends and start the fourth quarter. 12 minutes up on the board. Cougars trailing 52-8. And under center once again was Parker Goyne. He came in for George Jalla in the third quarter. Jalla came back in for a few plays, but now you can see, we can see him from up here in the press box. Jalla standing with a few teammates on the sidelines at the 35-yard line with his helmet off. Goyne rolling out to pass, fires downfield, and it is overthrown. Pass was intended on the right-hand side for Ben Greenwood, but overthrown, and it's an incomplete pass. Again, clock's still running because the mercy rule is in effect. That's why we've got 11:15 remaining here in the fourth quarter, and Pelham with a 52-8 lead. So set up 3rd down and 2 for Kearsarge. See if they maybe try the ground game just to pick up the first down and keep this drive going. Going under center, Ben Baggiotti is right behind him wearing number 21 for Kearsarge. Handoff instead this time goes to Crotto, and Crotto gets crushed behind the line of scrimmage and loses a few yards. And now it'll bring up 4th down and about 6 for Kearsarge. Ball in between the 48 and 49 yard line of Pelham. $10:20 remaining here in the fourth. Big play for Kearsarge. Again, just for a morale booster. Good to see them get it into the end zone in the third quarter on the halfback pass and get the 2-point conversion. And now it is 4th and about 5 for Kearsarge. They've got to get to the 42-yard line of Pelham. And somebody jumped. Flags fly.
Right to the snap, false start.
And a false start against Kearsarge.
Still 4th down.
So that will back him up. I think what Goyne was trying to do is get Pelham to jump off sides, but didn't tell his teammates that it's not on 1, it's on 2. We saw a couple of linemen fly across the line of scrimmage. So 4th down and 11 now. Cougars back in their own territory at their own 47-yard line. Trailing 52-8, clock still running, 9:15 to play in the fourth. Everybody bunched up tight. Goyne under center. Back to pass. Flips it out to the near side. This is Crotto with it. Crotto escapes the tackle and gets bumped out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Had some room but ran out of it as he's pushed into the sidelines, and the Cougars will turn it over on downs right at midfield. So another turnover for Kearsarge, and Pelham will take over at the 50. Pelham leading 52-8. We're down to 8:35 remaining here in the fourth quarter. And again, back in the ball game is Nolan Manette, the sophomore for Pelham, taking over for Jake Travis at the quarterback position. Officials will mark the ball at the Kearsarge 49. Second stringers in the ball game right now for the Pythons. Kearsarge will drop to 0-2 on the season after a heartbreaking loss 26-20 last week. Pelham looking for their third win in a row to start the 2021 campaign. Monette takes the snap, handoff, and pushing through the line, maybe picking up about a yard. Here's Pelham's William Nichols. He is a freshman. Wears number 9. Second and 8.5. right now for Pelham.
About 2 on the plate. Second down.
Monette under center.
Gets a handoff.
Handoff this time, it goes to Jake Keola. Now Keola is wrapped up maybe after picking up a few inches, but that will bring up third down for Pelham at the Kearsarge 47-yard line. You can see some of the blockers just couldn't get out of the way for Keola. So 3rd and 7 on the scoreboard, ball at the Kearsarge 46. James O'Connor split out wide to the top side of the field. 2 backs behind Monette. Takes the snap. Handoff again to Keola. Turns the right-hand side, gets across the 40, gets the first down, wrapped out of bounds, and a late tackle, but no flag thrown. But it's enough for a first down to keep the drive going for Pelham. And even though he was knocked out of bounds, the clock still runs because of the mercy rule. 6:07 remaining here in the 4th quarter. First and 10 from the 36 for Pelham. They lead 52-8, 5:45 to play in the 4th quarter. O'Connor again the receiver up top for Pelham. Monette with the handoff this time. Bryant trying the left-hand side. That is Migliori. And he gets tripped up right after he crosses the 35-yard line. So a pickup of about 2. 2nd down and 8 now for Pelham. As they are just methodically draining the clock down here at Kearsarge High School. And now this is Nick Mueyes, a freshman in the quarterback, wearing number 20. And he tries to go with the end around on the bootleg to the wide side of the field. Gets tripped up. Maybe loses a yard or 2. And 3rd down now coming up for Pelham at the Kearsarge 34-yard line. Mueyes under center once again, the freshman backup quarterback, William Nichols behind him. Kearsarge faking blitz. Handoff this time goes to Keola around the right-hand side at the 25 to the 20 and gets bumped out of bounds, not after he picks up the, not before though, rather he picks up the first down and keeps the drive going for Pelham. Gonna bring up 1st down and 10 at the 18-yard line. They get the 19. 52-8. Pelham on top, 3:40 remaining in the 4th quarter. And now the 3rd string quarterback is in, as he has been for the last few plays. Number 20, Nick Mueyes for Pelham. O'Connor, the receiver at the top of your screen. Man in motion, handoff goes to the inside, and plowing through is William Nichols, another freshman. He gets across the 15 down to about the 13.5-yard line. And that'll bring up about 4 yards to go to pick up the first. 2nd and 4 officially up on the scoreboard. For these 3rd stringers for Pelham, moving left to right, nothing more than they would love to score a touchdown, put some points on the board here in a varsity game. Mueyes under center, Nichols behind him. The other running back is Keola. Handoff goes straight up the gut, and Nichols picks up maybe 2 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd down. And they'll still call it, let's see, 3rd and 4? Nope, 3rd and 1 right now.
Just shy of gaining the first down.
Pelham with the football, leading 52-8. Clock ticking, 2:18 to play in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 1 for Pelham at the Kearsarge 10-yard line. Again, Weiss under center. 2 minutes to go. Handoff straight up the gut. And the first down is picked up. The drive will continue for Pelham.
Puts it about 3 yards away from the end zone. 1st and goal.
1st and goal coming up for Pelham. 90 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 52-8, Pelham on top of Kearsarge. They've got the ball 1st and goal at the 3. 2nd and 3rd stringers in the game for Pelham. Everybody bunched in tight. And now it looks like Pelham, instead of trying to score more points, they're going to do the respectable thing and just take a knee as they line up in victory formation. So as bad as the 2nd and 3rd string players out there in white for Pelham want to score a touchdown, they want to let Kearsarge fight to play another day. Same thing with their own team and do the respectable thing. And a great move right there by head coach Tom Babian to call off the dogs and set up in victory formation with 38 seconds remaining, as Weiss will just take another knee. 52-8, Pelham on top of Kearsarge. I think the Pythons will have to run one more play, and then it will be all over. And Kearsarge will call timeout. The clock is still running with 12.9 seconds remaining. And now all the 2nd and 3rd teamers from Kearsarge will get in for a snap, as Pelham will improve to 3-0. They beat Laconia, they beat Stevens, they beat Kearsarge. Kearsarge at 0-2 with Stevens coming up next week. It's time now for our HR Club Kearsarge Heating Player of the Game. Let's give it to Jake Travis. He wears number 10. He is for Pelham. Scored a couple of rushing touchdowns, also had a 36-yard punt return in the first half, and really leading that offense to multiple touchdowns in the first half and putting the Pelham offense on his back. I mean, really, you can give credit to the offensive line, but Jake Travis, I'm sure you'll hear his name a few more times on our YCN Game of the Week, possibly in the playoffs, as the clock hits double zeros here at Kearsarge Regional High School in North Sutton, New Hampshire. And the final score, Pelham 52, Kearsarge Regional 8. That will wrap things up here from North Sutton. Glad you could join us on YCN's Game of the Week. Special thanks to Greg Orine and also Andrew Zerhide, our producer and cameraman, respectively. Next week, we'll be in Claremont, New Hampshire, as the Stevens Cardinals will host these same Kearsarge Cougars. 6:52 for the airtime next Friday on YCNNow.com, with a replay on WYCX Sunday starting at 12 noon. If you can't make it out to Claremont, please join us online and also on WYCX TV. My name is Dave Collins. Final score for the final time here from Kearsarge Regional High School. The Pelham Pythons defeat the Cougars 52-8. You've been watching YCN's Game of the Week. Have a great night, everyone.